Bitcoin's driving everyone crazy. Bullish market or bearish market, that's a question everybody is trying to find an answer for. So let us try and answer this question together. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is King, your host, and today's video is not meant to be any kind of financial advice and is for pure educational purposes. If it's your first time in this channel, please consider subscribing and smashing the like button. The more you do it, the more you'll help me provide you content like this. And now, let's look at the charts. So first, I would like to tell you guys why I remain bullish on Bitcoin despite all the opinions out there in the market that keep on saying Bitcoin is going to crash. And this is mainly because all the higher time frames for Bitcoin have signals which tells me that the cycle is not yet finished. So here is Bitcoin's monthly chart, and the most important thing to highlight over here is the similarity between the current structure that we have here and the similar structure that we had in the 2013 cycle. Now, I talked in depth about this in a previous video. I'll leave for you a link at the top, but the main point to highlight over here is that the two corrections and the two pullbacks are very similar. In addition to another important point, that Bitcoin have never had more than 2 consecutive months of correction in a row in any impulsive move it had in its history. So on the monthly chart, these signs keeps me bullish on Bitcoin. Now, if we go to the weekly chart, there are also another 2 important points on the weekly chart that makes me remain bullish as well. The first one is that the 50-week EMA has been holding the price so far. So everybody have been talking about the death cross on the daily chart, and that the death cross is going to send Bitcoin all the way down, and I'm going to address this in the daily chart. However, what nobody is talking about is that the 50 EMA on the weekly chart is what have been holding the price so far. And as you can see, none of the weekly candles in the past month, none of them have closed below the 50-week EMA. And that's a good sign over here. In addition to my custom oscillator, where the price have been closing into the oversold area. And if this suggests anything, it would tell us that as soon as we enter this area, or even before we enter the oversold area, we might start seeing some volume that might push the price upwards. And so for these reasons, I still remain bullish on Bitcoin, because I always like to take in consideration the higher time frames in deciding the direction of Bitcoin. Now, I'm not saying here that there is no possibility of going down further. Of course, the possibility is there and it exists. But it's completely wrong to be biased towards one idea more than the other. You will always have to be open for possibilities. And the possibilities are always, we have either up or down in any financial market. Everybody have been talking about us going down, but nobody is talking about why we could be going up from here. So now let's move to the daily chart. And I want to address the point that most of the traders have been talking about, which is the death cross that's about to happen over here. If you don't know what a death cross is, it is when 2 moving averages, which are the 50 and the 200 EMA, when the 50 EMA crosses below the 200 EMA. And that's usually a sign of a bear market, so which means we might be entering a bear market from here. Now, this is true to some extent, but unfortunately this is not the whole truth, because a death cross on its own alone has never been a significant evidence that tells us the market is going into a long-term correction. And there are two arguments here behind this opinion of mine. The first argument is that the cross has not happened yet. And if by some chance we see a decent volume and a price increase from here, this cross might not happen at all. So that's the first argument. As for the second argument, even if the death cross happens, I told you earlier, the death cross alone on its own is not a significant evidence to tell us that we're going into a bearish market, because there are a lot of times where death crosses happens, but they end up being a fake death cross. So if it's not supported by any other signal, that's not going to be enough. So let's say, for the sake of argument, that the death cross is going to happen. So the 50 EMA would go down and the 200 EMA would go down as well, but the 50 would cross below it, which means the price would go down from here. Now, no matter where the price goes from here, there is a probability that nobody is talking about, and this probability that says that the price might reverse from here and continue going up. So if that happens, the 50 EMA would reverse and go upwards, and then it would be followed by the 200 EMA, and this would give us a golden cross in here. So bottom line is, even if the death cross happens, so this is not 100% confirmation that we're going into a bear market, into a long-term correction that will take us all the way down. And if that happens, it has to be followed by certain conditions that should occur in order for us to confirm that we're going into a long-term bear market from here. If that was the case, I'll be talking about it then when it happens. But for now, I still see that we have a very good possibility to reverse and go up from here. And now let us move to the 4 hours chart to discuss what have happened in the past month over here and what are the possibilities going forward. Now, this piece that I highlighted over here, this is the correction that have been going on for the past month, and this is a complicated correction that got clear recently only. So what we have on the bigger picture is a 3-wave running flat, but each one of these 3 waves contain another 3 waves inside of it. So the first wave of the correction contains a 1, 2, and 3 waves. The second one, which is the middle piece, contains another 1, 2, and 3 waves, and the third and last one, where we are right now, contains also 1, 2, and 3. Now, to those of you who don't know what does this mean, this pattern usually can give us one of 2 options going forward. The first option says that this could be a consolidation and we have already reached the bottom of the bigger correction. So we're just consolidating at the bottom over here before continuing the uptrend going forward. That's the first option. The second option suggests that this is a correction for a complicated structure that contains 5 waves and not 3 waves. Because I always tell you that all the market movements are either 3 or 5 waves. So since we started this correction, we had 1 wave down and we had a correction, we had the second wave down, and now we're in the correction over here. So if this was a 3-wave correction, this consolidation here is likely to be the bottom of the structure and we will continue going up. And this was all the correction that we had. Now, if this was a 5-wave structure, this means that the current correction is the 4th wave of this bigger structure, and we shall be getting 1 more wave down that will be breaking this low over here. Now, even if this scenario happens, it still does not confirm that we're going into a bear market. And if we go back to the daily chart and look closely, we'll see that we have one more support area that we can count on. And this support area is the 618 Fibonacci level. So if the price ends up going down from here, it might retest this level, which is around 27,000, and the cross would likely happen, okay? But we might retrace from here and continue going up, and then see the two moving averages continuing up. And this would make it a complicated 5-wave correction, and this point here would be the end of it. Now going back to the 4 hours chart, the important question would be, how can we confirm either one of those scenarios? And this is what I'm going to explain to you now. So in order for us to confirm either one of these scenarios, we have to either cross this level up or break below this level down. So this was the last low which we formed on the 4 hours, and this was the last high which we had over here. So as long as we're within this range over here, there is no confirmation of up or down. However, if the price ends up giving us an impulse from here that goes up towards, let's say, the 45,000 level, it has to close above this level, not only test it, like form some kind of wick here and then drop down. If it ends up giving us an impulse upwards and closing around these levels, this would give us a confirmation for the upside scenario, which means this was all the correction that we had for Bitcoin, only these 1, 2, 3 waves, and this consolidation was just the bottom of the structure, and now we're on the way up. Because we have already formed multiple higher highs, and if this scenario happens, it will likely destroy the possibility of having a death cross on the daily chart. However, for the other possibility, if we end up going down and breaking below this level, this would mean that we are in a complicated 5-wave structure, and we will continue going down further to break this low over here in order to complete the full structure. And if this scenario happens as soon as we cross this level, which is around 34,800 or 700, you expect a lot of selling pressure that would happen in here. There will be a lot of panic selling, because most of the retail investors will be selling and clearing their positions, because this would confirm a further downside. Now, how far we're going to go from here, I told you it's going to be around the 27,000 where we would have our next support. So we could probably come and retest this level, and here we will re-evaluate it again to see and confirm if this was the end of the structure based on what's going to happen next. So are we going to continue uptrend from here, or are we going in a more long-term like correction? So the bottom line for the second scenario, as long as we are not forming a lower low lower than this one, we should not confirm the bearish scenario yet. And for the bullish, we'll have to cross above this level. So you need to watch for either one of these two in order to plan your next steps. I would like to hear what are your thoughts, and are you bullish or bearish on Bitcoin? And what do you think is going to happen next on the market? Let me know in the comments below. This was it for today's video, and until next video, stay safe and see you later.